Hello, folks. Welcome back to The Slice. And I've been thinking, are we sleeping on Novak Djokovic at this year's Australian Open? Is he slowly moving up the draw and just going to stab Federer or Nadal fans or whoever in the back because we aren't thinking about him because we think he's too injured to play? Here's The Slice on what I think about Novak Djokovic's tournament so far and what he could do in the next few days. So before I tell you this, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. Like this video. Just toss us a little up button. And then if you want, you can go to theslicetennis.com and buy the Slice Ringer t-shirt. There's only about 15 left. They're going fast. And if you wear one of these to a tennis tournament, you're going to be recognized as a tennis expert. But Novak Djokovic, I think, is getting slept on at this tournament because coming in, there were so many questions around his elbow, et cetera, et cetera. He hadn't been playing, and he looked like not the best before the tournament. He pulled out of Doha. And then the first rounds, I just feel like everyone was kind of looking past him as like, oh, he's showed up. He kind of showed up in similar fashion, though, to, I don't know, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal last year when everyone was kind of, obviously they're one of the greatest all time, but they've been so injured, we don't know how they're going to do. And he hasn't looked like his best. He's definitely not looked back to his normal self of, like, I don't know, 2014, 2015, 2011, et cetera, et cetera. But because his serve's a bit different. He doesn't drop his elbows back as much now, but he's changed that a bit. I think it helps with his elbow pain. But his serve's never really been a huge weapon of his. So what has been the weapons of his movement, his defense, his backhand, none of those things are affected by his elbow. So I think that he's finding his level more and more now. In his last match against Ramos Vinolas, he looked pretty good, and he was slapping the ball a little bit. He was having more fun out there, and his shots were penetrating more. He wasn't just brushing them in like he kind of was in the first couple of rounds. And his movement was world class, just as good as we've seen it. He had like a hip problem, and he was getting worked on it for like a couple times, like a couple injury timeouts during the match, and the commentators were getting worried. What is it? But if you remember, Novak Djokovic has always kind of showed anytime he's injured and just kind of complained about it, and maybe made it seem like a bigger deal than it actually is. So I think he'll be fine about his hip problem. He's like this flexible, like yoga master guy. He'll be fine. But I think we're sleeping on him. I think he could be a total dangerous weapon now going into the deeper rounds of the tournament because the guy that he was going to have to play in the fourth round, Alexander Zverev, got upset by the Quadzilla from Korea, Chung, who is insane. He's a young guy. He won the ATP Next Gen tournament, and he took out Zverev. And this will be a good test for Djokovic's level, I think, too, because Chung hits the ball hard, and he's really fast and can play good defense. And I think that's going to show where Djokovic's game is at again. But I think his game is really getting there, and he's really stepping it up now. And he's dangerous for Federer fans and for Nadal fans if he makes the final. But I think that Federer will beat him if they meet in the semifinals because Federer's playing great right now, and he's just played better in the last year for sure than Djokovic has. Even before he got injured, Federer was playing much better, and he's just playing solid right now. And Djokovic definitely hasn't played anyone with the pace of Federer, and I think the timing that Federer will throw off of Djokovic, like with his standing side the baseline, hitting the ball, serving really fast, playing really fast points. I don't know if Djokovic will be able to handle that, but I think the tennis world has definitely been sleeping on Djokovic's progress a little bit at this Australian Open. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Have you been seeing it all along and being like, everybody just wait for Djokovic to come around? But I think that, all the commentators haven't been talking about him as much as they have other players. Somebody said in the comments, I forget who it was, that we're sleeping on Dominic Thiem, and some other guy commented, yeah, there's a reason for that. And I thought that was good. Yeah, buddy. Dominic Thiem's not going to do much this tournament. He might meet Dominic, or he might meet Djokovic in the quarterfinals, but Djokovic, I think, would slap him around. Because Thiem just hasn't showed us that he can do much on hard courts yet. He's a talented enough player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trashing Thiem. He's a world-class player, easily top 10 player. But a large portion of the tournament this season is on clay, and he's, in my opinion, the second best clay court player in the world. So he gets a lot of his points from there. And he's definitely good enough to get a few rounds into every big hardcourt tournament, but I don't think he's going to make a big impact here. And that's why we're sleeping on him. So until he can prove us wrong, which I would love Thiem, great guy, seems like a nice kid, but we're sleeping on him until then. But I'm not sleeping on Novak Djokovic anymore. And this Chung test tomorrow night is going to be a big one to see where his level's at and how much of a threat he's going to be to the big boys. Thanks for watching, folks. Again, you can buy this Slice Tennis Ringer t-shirt made in Canada on theslicetennis.com. And you can be a writer for The Slice on theslicetennis.com by sending us an email at theslicetennis@outlook.com. Also follow us on Instagram at theslicetennis for all the sweetest tennis content, and to follow my match kind of thoughts as we go through matches. I post on the Instagram story, and you can message me on there. And we do giveaways, so you can always be informed about those. So thanks for the support of The Slice, and we'll see you in the next couple days as the Australian Open continues to heat up.